welcome back to Nonsense Farm. So let me tell you what's going on today. I've got Celeste and also my friend Shannon on their way over right now. I've got a neighbor just a few doors down that has a colony of bees that have taken up residence in her compost turner. So we are going down this morning to get those bees out of her compost turner and rehome them in a nuke box, and then I will be relocating them out to the farm. Now it's time to light the smoker. Before I left the farm, I preloaded it with some pine shavings and also some starter pellet things. So I'll get this going. We added the burlap. What we want is smoke. I'd say the smoker's going pretty well. All right, so the other variable we have going on today is that I had some day surgery on Thursday. And so I have a 3-inch incision over my right shoulder blade. So I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds. And it hurts quite a bit when I use my right arm for much at all. So I'm really glad that I have 2 helpers coming. The bees are in a compost turner. You know, you both saw the video. I have this nuke. Will the colony be too big for this nuke? I don't know. Would I rather have had the AP May? Yes, but I didn't have the wherewithal to. There's already a colony in there and I didn't have them around. So I have these. Probably, if they have much comb, we'll be popping the foundation out and rubber banding what they have into these. Remember before you said, wait a minute, why does this not have foundation on it? That's because of removals. So we'll see how much comb they have. I don't know how long they've been there. I don't know, but we have these 5 frames. So our goal today is to get the bees out of there, get them into here, and then I'm gonna leave this here overnight, leave this down there overnight so that any of the foragers and stuff come in. And then early tomorrow morning, I'll go down there and close up the entrance. And I think tomorrow I'll probably just wheel it down here and put it in my backyard. They have little kids, so you wanna get them out of there. And then later on this week, I'll take them out to the farm. And then if she's a good queen, we'll give her to your colony because we think her colony went queenless. So anyway, all right, let's suit up. Okay, I think we should back up. I think we should do some Charlie's Angels poses. What do you think? Okay, everyone can see themselves. Okay, does anyone remember Charlie's Angels?
No, it's like this. I'll do straight on.
Okay. Let's go. And we've arrived. So here's our thing. I think we should pull it out away from the fence. Shall we lift it like this?
Yep.
Not very heavy. All right, shall we smoke them a bit? Hi, guys. She said this slides out. I wonder if we can
removing it?
Yeah, I think so. And I wonder if we'll be able to actually take it apart. Look at that brood, isn't that great?
There are a couple of casualties. It's amazing how fragile the wax feels, you know, when you actually touch it.
Especially when it's new, you know?
Yeah.
I guess let's pop the foundation out of these.
What's your plan of attack? You think take this piece out or the one down below it?
Well, I think this one first, don't you?
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna guess it's attached up here at the top.
Brood in there.
Yeah,
all right, so
fragile.
let's make this a work table, like set it on the ground.
On the ground?
Yeah, metal side up, I think. Because then you're gonna have to lay the
Metal side up, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to lay that frame.
I'm gonna get the.
And then remember that this will be the top, so we need their top to be our top.
Okay.
And
I think I can do these. The gloves are a little hard to work with. Maybe, yeah, let me get it wrapped around and then. Is it still there? Oh yeah, there it is. I couldn't see it. All right. This is where these gloves aren't great. Not be. I'm gonna put one more on this side so it'll hopefully not pivot and fall out. Let's just do 2 from that side, or maybe 3.
You know, if I were thinking, what we should have done is put the rubber bands on before.
Yep.
Here we're framing up the comb so that they can make use of it in their new home.
There we go, that should do it. All right, and then
You think put it in the box?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's what I think we should try to do. We might even need to pick up the comb with it.
So we're putting the rubber bands on before.
First, yeah.
Let's try that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We do these so infrequently that it's like, oh yeah, I remember this from last time.
Yeah, it's kind of late to be getting the.
Well, I don't know how long ago they moved in.
Well, true. Good point. Okay.
It looks to me like there was another colony in here before, because we've got some what looks like old comb in the bottom
Yeah.
that has all like fallen down. I don't know that we need to, well, there is a little bit of brood, I guess. I don't know if it'll frame up or not.
Have you seen the queen? I'm guessing you would have told us.
Which doesn't mean she isn't there. Just
What was the top on this? Where was this
it was
laying down?
flopped over, so no idea. You know, I have that bee vac. I wonder if that might be how we get the rest of the bees out.
You want to see if we can tuck it underneath that? Great if we could find the queen.
It would be super cool. Hey Shannon, what do you think about, I'm gonna go home and get a clear tub,
Okay.
put it under the thing, turn it over, and get everything that's in there into the clear tub.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right,
Just wait,
let me-
how much compost is in there?
I don't know, a couple quarts, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna run and get that. I'll be right back.
And if you have a flashlight, it might make sense.
Good idea. We dumped the contents of the compost bin into this, and now we're going through it to see if we can find the queen. All right, we got all the bees out of the compost turner. And we have it upside down so that theoretically, at least the big opening is no longer accessible to them, and we've moved it far from where it was. And we have our box where the compost turner was. So, unless we killed the queen in the process, she's got to be here. So, we're gonna leave this here and let the bees settle down and see where we are. We just came back to check on them after breakfast, and we found bees So we strongly believe the queen is in there. All right, find her. There are people that say that these
There
clear
she is.
tubs are magic.
You found her? Do you see her?
She's right there.
Do you have a clip?
No, but she's going under the grass. She's right in this area.
Well, do we start scooping them up and putting them in the tub?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, we think we found the queen. She's in the clip. And now we're dumping the bees back in here again.
I'm going to try more.
It is now the evening. I'm headed back down there. I've got to lift up the colony, the nuke box, off of the ground, lift it into the wagon, and put a ratchet strap around it so that tomorrow when I go, I can just stuff a dish towel in the front entrance of it and gently wheel it down to my house where it'll be for a few days until I take it out to the farm. Good news, they look all calm. Tomorrow morning, I will go over here and close this mesh bag and just wheel them gently down to my house, which is about 9 houses down. Something that's interesting, I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, but if you can see that debris that's on the entry board to the hive, they've been cleaning debris from that compost turner out of their hive today. Isn't that fun? We're almost done. I'll come get them tomorrow morning. It is now 1 week later, and I thought for the end of the video, I would bring us back here to check on these guys. The yard guys moved them a little bit, so I'm gonna move them back where they were. I didn't bring a hive tool with me. Well, hi guys. Still not a lot of population. It does sound like there's lots of bees down there. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. So they've removed the rubber bands that were holding those pieces of comb in place. And so the pieces of comb are flopping over onto the frames next to them, and they're building out wax and whatnot there. So, I mean, it does look like a thriving colony in there. I see pollen pants, and I see brood. So, dinky little colony. Guess I'll just keep feeding them and see what they do. I probably won't move them out to the farm for a couple of weeks because I want to be able to continue to replace the syrup. So anyway, here they are. At least they aren't in my neighbor's yard anymore. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching this far. And yeah, hit like and subscribe and ask me any questions in the comments. Have a great day.